Here we are at Cooper MMA. I'm Mark Gilston. This is my friend Josh Vineyard, Stuntman Deluxe. And tonight I wanted to talk about counters to hip throws. Now there are different ways of blocking a hip throw, but this is specifically countering it. And there are 5 different throws that can counter a hip throw technique. So Josh is going to be doing hip throws on me, and I will show the different techniques. Now the first one is USHIRO GOSHI, the backwards hip throw. So when Josh comes in to throw me, what I'm doing is, the first thing I'm doing is I'm dropping my level. So I'm bending my knees and I'm going to grab him and thrust my hips forward. And once I've done that, I'm going to take the foot that's farthest from him and step back, creating a hole, and drop him in the hole. So at full speed. So once again, we'll do it a little faster this time. He comes in for the hip throw. I drop. I'm grabbing him around as low as I can, thrusting my hips forward, stepping back, and dropping him in the hole. And of course, when I do the throw, I'll hold on to the sleeve. The second one is UTSURI GOSHI, the shifting hip throw. Now in this case, he's come in and I'm being a little more reactive. I don't want to take as much of a risk. So as I feel him coming in, I'm going to move my hips out to the side. I'm going to drop again my level, pulling him in and get him up on my hip. Then I'm going to turn and lifting the hip again, bring him out in front of me. This is very difficult to try and demonstrate in slow motion. So, the lower you get on the second hip, so you're basically thrusting up once to come in front, and then coming again, bringing your hips forward. The lower you get, the more dynamic the throw is. It will be effective either way, but if you're in competition and you want to get ippon, you really have to get pretty low. Strong. Okay, so that's UTSURI GOSHI, the shifting hip throw. So the next one is TANI OTOSHI, the valley drop. And this is very appropriate if he's come in, he's gotten very low, and I really don't have a chance to get my hips under him or get off to the side. He's come in and he's very low. So I'm going to take my foot on his side, and I'm going to bring it back behind his heel. I'm going to sit on my other heel, and I'm going to turn onto my stomach, pulling his collar or whatever I have, the hand that he is pulling forward. I'm going to try and bring it up. So when he's doing a hip throw, he's already lifting it, so that actually helps me. I'm going to lift it even further and try and bring it into his body. So without a partner, what I'm doing is I'm being compromised, sticking one foot out, sitting on the opposite heel, and turning in towards the person who is throwing me. And once again, it just doesn't matter what throw he's doing as long as it's low. I would say it doesn't work particularly well against hanegoshi, but pretty much any other hip throw. All right, so when your opponent has gotten an advance in front of you, and they're doing some kind of throw and they really have they've really got you compromised behind them, then SUKUI nagi is appropriate. SUKUI nagi is the scoop throw, and it used to be a standard judo counter throw, but it involves grabbing the legs, so it's no longer legal. But there is a variation which is perfectly good in judo. Now I'm going to show the old classic one first. It's still fine in BJJ, and it is also very appropriate in no-gi. So he comes in and he's in front. The hand comes around, and I have the edges of my hand come behind his knees and bring them forward. At the same time, my knee and hip are pushing against his back. All right, doing it up to speed. If you can't get around behind the knees, you can grab, in a gi, you can grab the gi pants. Not as pretty, but still effective. To make it legal in judo these days, as he comes in for his hip throw, I make sure that my knee is in his butt, or my thigh here is in his butt, and then the high hand comes and right across his chest, I come back. It's very important that I don't bend over. I want to stay high with my knees bent. I can turn my body for more power. Okay. If he's gotten me in the air and I am going over, it's the throw of last resort, YOKO GURUMA. This is the side wheel. So in this case, he comes in and he's got me in the air. So I'm going down. There's no way to avoid it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot here, the forward foot, and I'm going to shoot it between his legs and push off on the far leg, on the other leg. So this pushes. Key points here. My toe is pointed, my leg is straight. This leg stays on the floor. It doesn't elevate. I want to lift my hip off the ground at the end of the throw. So that's a very useful way of turning a hip throw around once you're going and you have no way out of it. When you're doing this throw, you want to make sure that you maintain your grip, right? So the hands, as I'm coming around, the hand of the leg that's giving me support is pulling in, and the other hand is lifting up. So this is the hand motion. So let's do it once again and see if we can. All right, so that's the hand motion involved. And again, this works with almost any hip throw, so do a different one. Okay. So there are your 5 hip counter throws. USHIRO Goshi, UTSURI Goshi, TANI OTOSHI, SUKUI NAGE, and YOKO GURUMA. All right. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe to our channel, Seiryoku Zenyo. That means maximum efficiency. And if you click on the bell, you can get the videos as soon as they are posted. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Mike.